Day 1 of Kazuya has come and passed. Now I want to give my thoughts on where I think he belongs on the tier list and where I think his matchup with each of my mains lie. So starting off where I think he belongs on the tier list, and honestly, I think he belongs in the mid tier. Now, the fact that the 10-hit combo does 40% is like, yeah, but the 10-hit combo can easily be SDI'd out of, and that's just SDI. I'm pretty sure you can DI out of it, but I haven't tried yet. But he does have a lot of kill power, and the fact that he has a move that guarantees trip, that's pretty good. His rising crouch move is pretty good. I'd say it's a lot better than his side B, which I've seen a lot of people try to set up kill confirms with. No, his rising crouch move has way less end lag than his side B and produces the same effect. That is way better for setting up kill confirms. His recovery is actually really good. And that was actually a bit surprising to me. I'd not expect his recovery to be good. Just to note, his side B is not a good recovery move. It's slow, it has a lot of end lag, it's just not good. However, you can actually jump after his up B. So honestly, I've found the best way to recover with him is to up B, and if you get out of up B's range to make it back on stage, jump. After you up B, of course. In terms of matchups, he does actually tend to lose against projectile spammers, as even though he has a reflector, he tends to lose against projectile spammers, and the reason why is because Kazuya, his double forward tilt is not very fast. Even against super slow projectiles, it just doesn't get the job done. It might if it was like offline or something, but in my own experience, I was not able to land that reflector once. Again, that was my own experience, and if somebody else was, it might make him might be better. He has a lot of kill moves. He has a lot of kill moves other than smash attacks. Twin pistons kills off the top. Roundhouse to spin kick kills off the top and the side. That move is just crazy. It was already pretty good in Tekken, but it is really good in Smash. Gates of Hell doesn't really seem to be as useful as it was led up to be, but I guess I've only been hit with that move a couple times and I killed with it once, so what can you do? Alright, and so I think Kazuya definitely belongs in the mid tier. Now, as for his matchups against each of my mains, and that'll be Little Mac, Ganondorf, and Donkey Kong. Yeah, I dropped Puff. I'd say it's definitely winning against Ganondorf. Ganondorf's attacks are super slow and laggy, and Kazuya can easily punish them. It is not hard at all. And Ganondorf's one of the only characters that Kazuya can consistently punish with his down B. And since Ganondorf doesn't have a very good recovery, he definitely gets exploited by Kazuya's F tilt. Next is Donkey Kong, which I also think is a winning matchup for Kazuya. The reasoning why is because Donkey Kong is a big-ass target, and laser spam definitely is effective with him. On top of that, I wouldn't say Kazuya is exactly immune to the jump meme, but the fact that he can up B instead of jump definitely helps. But, that's a meme. That's something you do to beginners. In terms of actual DK edge guarding, Kazuya actually is pretty susceptible to it. As long as the DK has good timing. And it is fairly easy to time. Yeah, Donkey Kong definitely can get Kazuya a lot. But he is combo fodder, and he does have trouble comboing Kazuya himself. So I definitely say it is winning. Maybe not a +2 matchup, but it's definitely a +1 matchup. Like 6-4. Maybe 7-3, I don't know. And then there's Little Mac, which I think is a winning matchup for Little Mac. Yeah, it would be his second winning matchup against a DLC character. Here's the thing. Kazuya's, something I've always thought is that Little Mac would do way better in a traditional fighting game than he does in Smash Brothers. And his matchup against Kazuya is definitive proof of that he would do way better in a traditional fighting game than he does in Smash Brothers. See, Kazuya and Little Mac have the exact same design. Good on the ground, bad in the air. Now, Kazuya is actually a lot better in the air than Mac is, so that leads to him being a much better character, and he has a good recovery, leads to him being a much better character. But when he goes against Mac himself, since Kazuya can't really air camp like most characters can, he has to rely on fighting up close, and that's where he comes up short. Most of Mac's moves are straight up faster than Kazuya's, have more priority than Kazuya's. And Kazuya has a tiny bit of super armor on his smash attacks, where Little Mac has true super armor on his smash attacks. You ain't breaking them. And that makes it so that Kazuya has a hard time getting in on Mac if you're trying to use smash attacks to get in on something. Well, let's say you're not. Let's say you're trying to use his other moves. Even then, far too slow. With most other characters, because Little Mac has such good frame data on the ground, most other characters can't interrupt Kazuya's attacks because their moves are too slow. But since Mac has a frame 1 jab, most of Kazuya's attacks can just be interrupted with that. Or if not, his frame 5 F tilt. And just to let you know, Kazuya's jab, which is his fastest move, is frame 6. So the fact that Little Mac's fastest move Little Mac's not even fastest move outspeeds Kazuya's fastest move, it's a bit of a problem. And because Kazuya has to be facing Little Mac, he can't really take advantage. Little Mac can really take advantage of his up B, which is, I think, frame 4 on shield, which is tied for fastest in the game. Tied for fastest in the game with Game & Watch and Sonic. Both all are frame 3 and frame 4 or 5 out of shield. So essentially Kazuya has to fight Little Mac in a way most characters really try to and can easily avoid fighting Little Mac in. And Kazuya is forced to fight Little Mac like that all the time. Oh, but what about laser spam, you might be asking? Well, Little Mac, along with other characters like Pichu, Sheik, can run in a way that they actually duck under the laser. So that doesn't really work well. Also, each of Little Mac's moves are faster than lasers, so that might help a bit. The only thing Kazuya has over Little Mac is Little Mac's not gimping Kazuya. Even characters with like really good recoveries, Little Mac kinda has the chance to gimp, but there is no way he's gimping Kazuya. And unlike most other characters where sometimes he can try to counter their recovery, like he can with Sephiroth, he can't do that with Kazuya. But that's just recovery. Little Mac can easily go to fisticuffs with Kazuya, and so I think it is definitely a winning matchup for Little Mac. And this isn't even like a slightly winning, this is like a smackdown. I'd say this is even a +2 matchup because when you're forced to fight Little Mac up close and you can't beat his ground game, yeah, you're screwed. Ryu and Ken, which also have to fight Little Mac up close, actually have better ground games than Little Mac because of how fast their moves are. But Kazuya's moves just don't cut it. They don't cut it at all. They're too slow. They're too low range. Little Mac definitely beats Kazuya. And anyone who says otherwise, I just got one thing to say to you. Little Mac is underrated, and Kazuya is mid-tier.